Hey you guys, it's Diane with Pretty Fun Stuff YouTube channel, and today I am going to start my tutorial videos on my mini album, my Frozen Roses mini album. This was a design team project for Photobella.com. This paper that I'm using is by Ciao Bella and it's called Frozen Roses, and I will do a quick showing you what we're going to be making here on this tutorial. This is my mini album, and now I don't go over the cover and each piece that I cut out. I kind of wanted to leave that to you can kind of see what I did here. I cut some fussy cut pieces out, cut this out and popped it up, so you can kind of see how I did the cover. And then this was some lace from Hobby Lobby, and then the back is just the roses with some lace. So I do show you how I cover, how I wrapped the spine, and then I do have a walkthrough on my channel. You can watch the walkthrough, but this is what we'll be making today. So let's get started with the tutorial. Here we go. Okay, so for this section I used my scraps and just cut them down to fit this pocket page, and then this is the flat page that goes like this. So all I did was take some of my red plain cardstock, because this was a scrap. So I'm gonna place this here, okay, and then I'm gonna center this on top of that. Okay, this right here, this is part of this sheet, this 12 by 12 sheet. Okay, so I just see the back of that. So for this one, I just cut this piece at the bottom off because I wanted these roses. So I just trimmed that off. That is, you know, I can use that for something else, but I wanted to save the birds. So, but I wanted to use the roses. So when you cut your piece, you just want to make sure you're getting this part of the roses, okay? And this measures about 6 1/8 by 7 3/8, okay? So that's what you're going to cut out of. That'll go perfectly right here in this part. Now for this bottom section, this was just a scrap piece from a previous cut. Okay, so you're going to take that scrap piece. It was a long one like this. It was a full 12 by 12. Okay, so you're just going to cut that to fit in for this little section right here. And that measures about 6 1/2 by 4 7/8. So I cut this piece at long ways. I cut it at 6 3/8 by 4 3/4, and that's going to go perfectly right here. So I did go ahead, I eked all my edges with Vintage Photo. So now I'm just going to glue all these down. This little this was another scrap piece from this red. Okay, this measures a little under 5/8. So we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4. No, it measures 5/8. So it's a little under 5. 1, 2, hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3/4. So it measures 5/8, okay, and by 7.5, or by 7. Hold on, 7.25. Okay, so now I'm gonna glue all these pieces down. Okay, so and I probably will fast forward through this little section, but I wanted you to get all the measurements and know how I cut the papers and the scraps that I used. Okay, so let's glue all these down. So, like I said, this was just a little scrap piece that I had from a previous cut. So you should have the same. If you're following my tutorial, you should have the same little scrap piece here. I'm just going to tuck this into the pocket. And we're going to make that even. Okay. And I like using glue for putting my papers down because I can always adjust them just slightly if I need a little more here at the bottom or on the side, versus using tape. I like using glue because it gives you that few seconds of adjustment time. Okay, and then this one, this too was a scrap from a previous cut. So we're gonna place this on this section here. Make sure you get the glue around the edges pretty good. You don't want your edges coming up. So here, place that there. Make sure it's all even, centered. And I may put some lace down here, we'll see. I was thinking about some black lace. I'm not sure. I have some pieces. We'll see if I have enough black lace to put in this album. Alright, so that's there. So you got your side pocket here. And I'll make some cards to go in here too. Alright, so now we're going to do our little centerpiece. I already inked the edges. This too was a scrap that I cut down. So be sure to use your scraps, you guys, for all this little intricate stuff. You don't want to cut a full sheet of paper just for a little piece like this. You want to make sure that it's in the center and that it's not coming up on the fold when you want to, because if you get over, it's going to bend. You don't want it to bend. Alright, so that's right in the center. See how that's in the center? Looks pretty good. Alright, now let me get this out of the way so I don't ink anything. I'm going to do this bottom piece here. There we go. Do this little bottom piece right here. So part of this video, I'm just fast forwarding through just to give y'all ideas. And this section I will be talking. Leave some comments below if you like just the music with, you know, the fast forwarding with no talking, or if you want me to talk. Leave me some comments and let me know what you prefer. If you want me to talk you through it, or if you just want me to have some music and just fast forward through the decorating part of the video. Now, okay, so we've got that down. I'm going to bring this down some, and we're going to place this section, this paper right here. I think I'm going to have a little bit of overlap right there. I'm going to trim that off. Kind of bothering me just a little bit. Extra little tab from whenever I was okay, so I'm gonna place this out. I've already inked the edges with Vintage Photo, and we're gonna place this right here in the center. Beautiful roses. Look at that paper. Look how the roses are frozen. That's genius. Just genius. Beautiful collection by Ciao Bella. I hope you will consider getting this collection because it is so very pretty. Alright. So we'll place this here in the center. Make sure it's all even. If you hear any background noise, forgive me. I do have other family members in the house. So, and they are doing other things. Okay. So this whole section is almost done here. I think it's turning out really pretty. I don't know that I would want to put my pictures on here. It's so pretty. Ciao Bella. It's just gorgeous paper. I tell you what. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Alright, so, and then the last little flap, so that's going to go. Now, I do need to figure out what I'm going to do here. So we're going to do this little top part here. And this is where I decided to add some of my solid color cardstock. And then this was a scrap from a previous cut. So anytime you can use your scraps, I would suggest to use them. So we're going to place the red first. Let me remove that for the magnet. And we're going to place this base red here. Okay. All right, let's center that. All right. Now, you guys, I'm in by no means an expert at this. I'm learning just like you guys. So, you know, it's not always going to be perfect. But, you know, you only have so much time to put something down. And once everything's all put together, you really don't notice the little imperfections. the paper is so beautiful that you really don't notice like if something's not quite even, or and then you can always add a flower or a little embellishment or a little cut apart or a fussy cut element. Okay, so I'm just going to center this here like so. Try to make it as even as I can. And the paper is just so pretty. You always want to have some little extra paper towels to wipe off that extra glue. I have a tendency to use too much glue. I'm trying to get better at that. Alright, so here we go. Okay, so there's that. Now I still need to decide what I want to put here, but I think that spread is really beautiful with those roses. Using mostly scraps. I only cut this one piece out of the 12 by 12. The rest of all these were scraps from previous cuts. So now I'm going to just take a look at, I'm going to probably take a little break. Here I'm going to look at some more. As you can see, I don't go in order whenever I do my decorating. I go by what I feel as far as where I feel like things should go. So let me flip through. So like the beginning I showed, I wasn't speaking, but this is going to be my cover. And I plan on having a red wraparound here. And I'd like to use this as the title. Okay, I love this little mongoose there. So I'm going to have a red wraparound. I'll probably have some lace, maybe some black or white lace on there. And then I don't know what I'm going to do on the side and the back yet. Here I'm going to have a waterfall. So I don't know if I'm going to put any base paper down, but I am going to do a waterfall here. And Rosa Kelly's tutorial only had four pieces. I cut 2 extra ones, okay, to make it a little bit, to fill the page. So this is going to go here, all right. Then y'all saw me cover this belly band, all right. Then the next page, y'all saw me do this already. I still need to decide what'll go here.